Hello, hello, hello. It's been a while. It's been a couple, maybe a week, 10 days since I've gotten online. Lots of stuff has been happening. So sometimes you just got to take a break. A lot of times when we do, well, I don't know for other people how it is, but for me, sometimes, yeah, when you read tarot cards and you do this kind of stuff, or when you're going through like maybe some things in your life that aren't, well, me personally, when I am going through something in my life that I don't feel that is 100% like high vibrational, I usually don't like to involve other people into it. So if I ever disappear from my channel, it's because something's happening that I have to take care of so that my energy can be like 100% for the people that I'm reading for, you know, or the messages that I'm receiving. There's a lot of beliefs out there about different things. And I do know that there's people who don't believe in what I do and what other people do. I was somebody who didn't believe in this kind of stuff either. But in a lot of ways, I don't believe in the tarot like normally people do. The tarot for me are just a tool, just a way to be able to not cheat, but I kind of think like I have an advantage that I know the tarot and that I can read it so well, because as I'm manifesting on a daily basis, I have affirmations that I do. I have a life coach that that I see and work with, books that I read, just a lot of educating myself about who I am and what I want, and manifesting, with action. Like the quickest point from A to B is taking action. And a lot of times people forget that. So all that to say that the cards help us find, the way that I use the cards and the way that I teach people with the cards is that you can use the cards to help you know what you're manifesting so that you can change your mind, right? Because nothing is set in stone. A lot of times I can see like doom in the cards, and I read the cards, I find out what's going on, and I decide to, meditate on the questions of how can I change this, or I ask questions of the cards of how can I change the situation. And I follow the advice based on what that's going to get me. And it's so weird because all of a sudden I instantly can see, or within hours or a day, when it doesn't really like revolve around a lot of people, or especially when I'm like listening to other people's tarot readings about my own life, the things that I'm manifesting or creating in my own life show up. So if it continues to do that, then I will continue to believe. But I don't believe that there's a future, one set future, unless you don't know how to change your mind. And that is what I offer as a tarot reader, is helping people understand that they are the ones that manifest and the ones that are in power of creating their own realities. And the cards are just a way to know. Now, I love reading about love because I'm extremely single. So, and I guess like everyone, that's like the ultimate thing that we're looking for is love, right, in life. So a lot of my tarot readings revolve around love. I think it's one of the emotions that I can most pick up because it's something that I exercise a lot, loving people around me. So this reading and most of my readings, but I can read about anything, okay? So don't think that I just know how to read about love. It's just these tarot readings that I do them because I really love to do this. And it's so much fun for me. And actually, I've missed doing them all this time. I can feel like it wasn't good. So all this to say, we're going to do what I normally do when there's a love reading. So what I do is I have a hard time choosing things. Maybe that's why I love the tarot too, because I have a hard time deciding, because I don't want to ever pick something that's not going to give me the best, right? And I don't want to pick phone. So I overthink things sometimes. So the tarot. Oh, so we're gonna pull out maybe 2 or 3 cards. I don't want to get it too long. I have some time. It's not like there's anything else I want to do right now. So we're gonna go ahead and pull out cards, and by the cards that come out, we're gonna determine who we're reading for. A love reading. This is gonna be like a current. I even forgot the title. You guys, forgive me. I do this all the time. So the title of this is, I went into my long intro. The title of this one is Your Story, Your Current Story, Love, right? So I'm trying this new read, and hey, I'd love to hear comments. People don't. I don't know. I know there's a lot of taboos about what I do. I really do. But if you could comment and let me know and give some feedback, that would be great. Then I know what to do for you. So it's your story, your current story, love story, right? Your current story. So I'm going to see how many people I can englobe in a reading. And also, I always ask for the highest possible vibrational reading and potential storyline to go with. And some of the things can be happening. Not all of it will resonate. Not every single thing I say will resonate with you. The storyline, it will just be a story. If it's not yours, it's not yours. This one came out last time too, but Knight of Water, wish fulfillment. So let's go ahead. And so we're going to pick out one card for the zodiac for which we are going to be reading. Okay, so from that point of view, so I wish I had better lighting, you guys. Sorry, and I wear my hat because I have a short hair that I'm not used to. Okay, so the first we have is the Six of Fire. So the Six of Fire, I think this would probably be, I'm getting Aries. So we're going to go and do love for Aries. Aries. So go ahead and pick 2 more Aries. And so who else in love for my collective? Oh, we have Knight of Fire. So another fire sign, so Sagittarius. Maybe we're doing all the fire signs today. So Aries and Sagittarius. Where are you going? It's my son. They saw you, River. So one more. Oops. And the Eight of Water. The Eight of Water. Who could this be? This kind of makes me think of a Pisces or a Cancer. Pisces. Maybe somebody who has Pisces and Cancer. I don't know. So we're going to take it out. But maybe Pisces. Pisces. Okay, so we have a Aries, Sagittarius, and Pisces. So we're going to do a quick reading for you guys in love. So we're going to find out how these people are, how this, the Six of Wands. So to start off, the Six of Wands is a victory card. So definitely, if it's in love relationship, your story, your current love story, the Six of Wands, the Six of Fire is victory. It's like coming out of a period in your relationship where everything was just a little bit of a turmoil, right? Maybe there's been a time you guys have been fighting, or maybe you've been in a time period, if you're single, where it's just been hectic. It's like, if you're not like arguing or fighting, if you weren't fighting them off, you were chasing them, and it's just like not a really good time where it comes to relationships, right? So the Six of Fire means like coming out of that time of the Five of Wands and coming into a time of victory. having slain all the demons and coming back to claim your prize, which usually is what? The lovely lady, right? Waiting, the princess, the hand of the princess. So let's see how these two people are showing up in this love story. So Aries and love. Right now, October, current love story. So we have the Queen of Cups. So definitely somebody would have, this could be somebody with Aries and I'm going to leave this to the side because I wasn't really asking any questions. So the Queen of Cups is a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. You could be somebody who is those three signs and has some fire Aries, maybe sun, moon, rising. The chart has a slew of signs, but not all charts have all signs. For example, in my chart, I think I don't have no Scorpio, no Virgo, no very little Earth, right? So you can go to astro.com and do a free natal chart if you want to know what more information about that. So the Queen of Cups is definitely somebody who is in a mature, who's feeling more mature emotionally, right? We've graduated from a knight, and now we are queen, and she's feeling pretty relaxed, abundant. She's not overly emotional. She looks like she's pretty happy. Definitely looks like somebody who is in a 6 of fire kind of like energy. So how is this other person showing up with Aries? Ooh, Madame Queen of Swords. I think the Queen of Swords is like the most poorly interpreted card in all of the fucking tarot. Dude, this woman, okay, so first of all, it's Aquarius, and I'm Aquarius, so I'm not biased at all. The Queen of Swords is definitely somebody who is more willing than anyone else to make sure that things are said and done the right way. This is somebody who is they don't want any fucking kind of drama. They don't want any kind of lying. They can't stand lying. They can't stand lying. It's like they'll forgive. Aquariuses, the Queen of Swords is an Aquarius. Aquariuses are, now it could be a Libra or a Gemini also, which are air signs, but usually the Queen of Swords is an Aquarius. And Aquariuses are they spend a lot of time observing. They're people who don't get into a lot of conflict. They don't like to argue. They don't need to prove anything to anybody. They don't have to make sure that everybody believes in what they believe in. They're very, very big-hearted. We are the water barriers. Aquarius carry water. So that means that we are able to carry a lot of different kinds of emotions without letting them really bother us. That's why people think sometimes that we are distant or, I guess, cold. But it's not really that. It's just we have to deal with a lot of emotions because we're constantly aware of everybody's pain all the time. And it's really, we understand emotions, I think, a little bit, the danger. I think Aquarius is, maybe air signs in general, but especially Aquarius is, since we're the water barriers, we're responsible for carrying that, the emotion of the world. So this person, these two people are definitely queens. So we have a Queen of Cups with a Queen of Swords. One of these people, the one with the Queen of Cups, it has Aries in their chart. I think that maybe the water part of their chart will be more dominant, and they're dealing with an Aquarius person. These two people are definitely very healthy people that are in this relationship. They are open, they're themselves, they're authentic, they're strong, they're beautiful. This could be a same-sex relationship, two women. Let's go on and see. So, what is the story between these people? Current energies, your love story. Is this your love story? We do have the Ten of Wands here. So again, this Ten of Wands that flipped out as I was reading, I do feel like there's some kind of burden. You know, in this deck, the Ten of Wands is like feeling that everything is just crashing down. And there's this Six of Wands here. I feel like with the Six of Wands, maybe this particular story between this water sign and this Aquarius, or these two people who are right now in this place of a little bit of a victory, or they're going towards a place of victory. Maybe they don't know yet that they're going to this. Maybe this is somebody that you have been possibly getting to know this person, I feel, and it maybe hasn't been the easiest. Even if you've already been in the relationship a long time with this person, it could be that you're moving, when you move to a higher level of relationship, it just doesn't, it's not something that's like a step. It's like a gradual transformation. A lot of things have to happen to you and your partner, or, you know, there's all these little steps that need to be taken. There's frictions that need to be had so that you can find out if you guys can overcome obstacles together, or if you even want to. A lot of people think that you either find somebody and you fall in love with them and then that's it, and then you know, no, it's like, how do you get to know somebody? By interacting with them. And sometimes the biggest loves are the ones that have the weirdest kind of like initial beginnings, right? So because then such weird things happen, it creates these bonds. So I do feel like if these two people, oh darn. If these two people, I'm going to go ahead and take all of them. That way we go quicker, because we have the Six of Wands again. So there's definitely some victory here. Let me move these and we'll continue. So what's going on between these people? So we have here the Queen of Wands. We have the Hangman, the Two of Swords, the Prince of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, Ten of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords, the Prince of Cups, and the Six of Wands. So I feel like there's a lot of BS going on with this kind of story right here. That's how I feel. How I read and interpret is how I feel the emotions. Water barrier, I have all these emotions inside and I can read these energies. So what I'm getting here is that the story is one of you is definitely feeling more burdened about this relationship than the other person is. I feel like there's a lot of indecisiveness. There's a lot of, these two people are just so busy being their best them that they're not being open to love, right? They both want to be so strong and independent. I'm good, you're good. They meet up. I'm amazing. I'm great. And in reality, it's like that's not how you build a relationship. You know, then there's nothing to talk about. But I feel like one of you is. I feel like it's coming from the Pisces side. It's like they're feeling really burdened about it, the relationship, well, how they feel. It's like things aren't going as they want them to go, but they're not doing anything to make them go that way. You know, they're not doing anything to put their part. Sorry, look at this part. And here we have the Queen of Wands with the Hangman, which would be an Aries, right? The Queen of Wands, Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo, with the Hangman. So this Queen of Wands is somebody who's very fiery, who's very determined, somebody who has a hard time not taking action, somebody who likes to be, they don't have to be in charge and they don't have to be right, but they like to get things going. It's a fire sign, it's passion, it's determination, it's not so much control, but definitely sensuality. enthusiasm, just movement. It's a lot of movement, and it's paired with the Hangman. So this person definitely is taking a break. This Queen of Wands is taking a break, has put themselves, we can see this could be a full moon. This could be a full moon, and is taking a time out to figure out how they feel. Here we have the Two of Swords with the Prince of Swords, which is somebody who is definitely trying to gather more information about the situation. The Prince of Swords is somebody who doesn't have. The Prince of Swords is many things in a tarot, but in this particular, I won't bore you with all that they can be. But in this particular reading, the Two of Swords with the Prince of Swords. This person is trying to figure out, see how she's like in her mind. So she's definitely trying to make a decision. And with the Prince of Swords is trying to make a hard decision with the head. This is trying to make it, it's like looking for information where there isn't any, trying to gather all, it could be, a lot of times it's investigating, it's spying on somebody, not like spying from the window, but trying to figure out who they are without asking them. Looking up on their social media, looking them up, Googling them, or YouTube, or I don't know, asking people about them, something like that. And it is because there was some kind of new beginning that happened. There is some kind of passion between you two. There is this Ten of Pentacles here where there is this potential for an amazing. You have the Ten of Pentacles with the Six of Wands, but these two people are in the same fucking thing. They're like, I'm sorry that every now and then a little cuss word come out. That so you have over here this. On the other side of this Ten of Pentacles, right, we have the Eight of Swords with the Prince of Cups. And so what's happening between these two people is definitely one of them feels that they can't offer or they can't initiate something with the other. And then the other one feels it's like, okay, let's do it this way, because I'm a woman and I date men. So let's say over here, this is the female. And this person in cultures, it's not like the proper thing that the woman be the one that asks, which I don't understand all that, it's like, some people just want to get shit going. So this feminine here, this female, is definitely trying to figure out what to do. This person doesn't want to waste time. I kind of feel like the Aquarius might be the female or the air sign. It doesn't have to be. And then this other person over here is, they're so afraid to approach this other person, Somebody could have Scorpio in their chart also, but they're all in their heads about approaching. It's like they're afraid. They're so afraid. They're like afraid of moving forward. But there's so much potential here, you guys. There's so much potential here. But there's this block. So let's see what this Queen of Swords is going to offer this Queen of Cups person. We have the Fool. Oh, look at that. So we have the Fool. We have the, this is the After Tarot. So we have the Fool. We have the Three of Swords. Only that where I like the Three of Swords, the only one. Page of Cups. So we have the Page of Cups down here. So this person, the air sign, or this person who is the Queen of Swords, is definitely wanting, this person is more ready than the other person. Okay, just like I said before, they are more ready than the other person. There's a lot of, you know, this person's been going through their own healing process, as awkward as they're going to and as awkward as they feel, because they're not exempt from having a shitty past love life. Guys, we all probably do, right? But they're willing to put it behind them. They're willing to believe in love again. So you can see the lovers in the background. This is the card from the lovers right here, the couple. This person is ready. She's feeling confident. She's feeling poised. She can she can love, you know. So that's what they're going to offer this you, whoever you are on which side. If you're this Aries with water in your chart, or if you're just a water sign with a little bit of Aries or whatever, if you feel like you relate with this story, then this is your story, because this is the name of my reading today. Your story, your current story. So let's clarify what this Queen of Cups is going to offer this Queen of Swords. After all of this bullshit. Look, we have that Hangman again. We have the Hangman again. All right, so you guys, like I said before, you know, a lot of times relationships, you know, we don't, maybe other people understand relationships better than I do, but I will definitely admit, you guys, that before now, I definitely didn't understand relationships like I do now. So let me tell you what this water sign is, or this Queen of Cups is offering, is this story, your story. Something, I feel like in the end, the Ten of Wands is end. It's the end of this burden. Every time I lift up this card, you guys, and I just want to throw it. The feeling in the pit of, like, right there. It just feels like a churning, like such anxiety when it comes to loving. There's so much fear of letting love in, dude. So with the Justice card and the Hangman, so I feel like this Queen of Wands is this Queen of Cups. So this fire sign has fallen in love. Okay. So fire sign, Aries. Aries is what we said, right? Could be Sagittarius, Leo, whatever. Whoever you are, if you really resonate. Here we have this Hangman. And you've, like, this person has retreated. If you're, like, listening on the other person, this person here is retreated. They've retreated and they've tried to, like, find clarity. And guess what they found? Lo and behold, justice happened. You know, when it comes to karma, my dears, it doesn't matter if you're in rags or riches. Everybody's going to get whatever's going to come to them. And do you know what? The karma is what we didn't fulfill as agreements that we've made. If you were a mom and you agreed to be a mom and you ended up being a shitty fucking mom, guess what? If you believe in reincarnation, next time you're gonna have to pay for it, or you're gonna have to pay it from other people. There's karma. We pay for karma in this own, you know, in this own life. You don't have to believe in reincarnation, but justice gives equal to the rich and the poor. And I feel like this person here with this Queen of Cups felt that no matter how good or how much they had, maybe they weren't deserving of love, that they didn't deserve to have someone. They're afraid. that they're not worthy, they're not good enough. They not that they don't feel like they deserve, they want to deserve, they feel like others don't think they deserve. They feel like others don't think they deserve, because I feel like this person is a person who spends a lot of time on their own. They spend time being alone, thinking and spending time with their own company. This is not somebody who needs somebody, and maybe they weren't expecting, to really, really fall for someone. And then, but they really want it. I feel like this person has taken the time, because this person, it's not in their nature to do this. The Queen of Wands does not hang. She's off fucking doing. This person does not stop, but she took the time because I feel like this other person recognizes how amazing this person is. Sorry, getting emotional, you guys, because I can feel it. So, this other person realizes how important this one is. This person was really strong. They were in pain too. They had to go through this, and then they're going to give this weirdest, awkward kind of like love proposal, or just like, I like you kind of like thing. And this one's going to let them. Isn't that pretty? And this person's going to realize that there is somebody out there who can, care and nurture them, and even if they don't completely understand what's going on, and if they're in still the journey of enlightenment, right? Because this person doesn't know maybe how to love because they never really had the opportunity. And guess what? Guess what you guys look? It's the Four of Wands. Look at them back there. They're celebrating. They're celebrating. And then there's the Ten of Pentacles. And then there's the Six of Wands. What a really pretty story. And then here you have the Ace of Wands. And the Ace of Wands is a new beginning. It's time to take action. It says, be fearless and happy. Happily pursue your most treasured dreams, amazing career opportunities. So, and then we have the World card. A brilliant success. The freedom to go in any direction, a journey that is now complete. So I feel like both of you have been coming out with the Ten of Wands. Hold on. Okay. It's going to be really good. So I'm going to do an oracle card for you guys, and I'm going to move along. So if this is your story, let me pull a couple more cards, because maybe you guys want to know what's after. So I just want to clarify this Two of Swords and the Page of Swords, Prince of Swords, of what's going to happen after. What does this person, what action, both of you feel stuck. Both of you are stuck. Both of you are stuck, and both of you are wanting, because you want the same thing. Look at that. The Eight of Swords comes out. With the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. So this is what's going to happen after. You're going to get set free. This other person, whoever this is, the one that's stuck and who's having a hard time expressing their emotions because they're afraid of past loves that see that snake and that scorpion, people who have fucked us over, that this person's going to come up and they're going to free us. And I say us because whatever. I'll include myself into that. If this was my story, I'd be pretty happy with it. So what's going to happen with the over here? So we have the King of Wands. So now we have the Queen of Wands and we have the King of Wands. So I feel like one of you, it's been harder because of the other person's indecisiveness and lack of forwardness and initiation of the relationship. You don't know whether or not to cut it off or not. It's like a light cut. That's what I first felt with the Two of Swords and the Page of Swords. But with this King of Wands, I think eventually you're going to choose this person. And once you've finally chosen this person, I feel like somehow, some way, something's going to happen over here where either you or maybe a friend, or I don't know how it is that maybe it's you. Maybe you're going to help. Maybe you're going to help. Here we have the World card again. You're going to help this person get over what they're going through, or something's. I don't think it's going to be you. I really think it's going to be from a different angle of themselves. You know. I think they're, you know, you have the Hermit and the Hermit and the Seven of Swords that come out with this. For me, the Seven of Swords is always somebody who's like trying to make a break for it. In the After Tarot, there's like a rope and they get caught, right? But this is behind the Hermit, so this is like what's leading up to. Because this person tried to deny themselves of their thoughts, for some reason they got caught. Or because they were trying, maybe initially they were trying, or what they were trying to do was not, maybe they weren't completely honest at the beginning. But afterwards, though, when they initially approached you, they probably weren't intending to feel any of this. They had other intentions, you know. And now that they've been forced to look into themselves, you know, with the Hermit card and go within, I feel like that's when they're find a way to free themselves. The snake shows up a lot here with this side of the reading. So you have it here, it's like he's gonna have to take control of his fears. This person who's afraid, they have a lot of fears. Part of them would rather like just run away than actually face the emotional growth that they have to do to be able to be in this relationship, right? So let's go ahead and do but it does, because this is what you guys are going to be offering each other, and we have the Ten of Pentacles in the middle. So here we go. 2 oracle cards came out for you guys. So we have happy, and breathe. So I'm just going to read these. I'm going to read them. So happy is number 26. Number 26. 25. So joy and contentment, a sense of fulfillment, a feeling that all is well. So I guess that's what's coming for you guys. I was thinking in my mind, I mean, what's the most probable outcome for these people, because this is your current situation right now. So this is it. There are moments in the relationship when you just feel good about whom you're with, and you know that your heart is open, wide open. To befriend, to love, and to care for another without wanting anything in return. This is the kind of happy that you just want to share. The appearance of this card in a reading tells you that joy and contentment are here now and not somewhere else or off in the future. The grass is greenest right where you stand. Be grateful and delight in your relationship, and if you're seeking one, be happy now. Happiness attracts more of it. Self like bees to honey, right? Right on. And then breathe, number 29. So patience, waiting, sounds a little contradictory. Going slowly, willingness, wellness, meditation, and trust. So we have, okay. So we have trust. So be happy. Don't be in too much of a hurry right now. The heart needs time to open. Take a breath and let nature take its course. Release constriction and anxiety, for there is no need for tension. Savor the moment, and the waiting won't prove difficult. Your heart knows what the ego often resists learning. Patience pays off in deep and meaningful ways. So with these two cards, one talks about both of them talk about being grateful and being happy now, right? Being happy in the moment. There also that with happy, it's enjoying what is happening now. And I can feel resistance in myself with this message. So this must be an enormous opportunity for growth, right? Because as I listen to the message of how to be happy, like if you're not in a relationship, because a lot of us are single, or if you are in some kind of situationship that doesn't look like, that looks like this. This looks like bullshit. One of them, both people are freaking out on their own, and there's all this potential. It's really, it must be a lot of anxiety. So the advice is to find ways to release your anxiety. Take care of yourself. I feel for you. It's not easy. Breathe, relax. If you are in communication with this person, then when you are in communication, just enjoy them. I feel some of you are not in communication with this person. Most likely you aren't, because of the way these cards are. It seems like everything's going to be fine, right? So let me know in the comments. You have the world. The world is completing a chapter for me. The world is one of the most beautiful cards in the tarot deck. Anyway, it's going to be too long, you guys. I always want to do more. So let's put these cards away, and we're going to move over to the next card. Okay, so the next card is the Nine of Fire, and I had chosen Sagittarius for the Nine of Fire. And let's see what your story is, Sag. Who are you dealing with? All right. So who is Sagittarius dealing with right now? Sagittarius. So the Nine of Fire is the Nine of Fire is a is an Nine of Wands, so it's somebody who is holding back, who is or it's an energy of something. It's funny I want to say this. It's the energy of something about to come to an end, because it's going to go to the Ten of Wands, but it's also it's something about not giving up. It's about being resilient, persistent, a warrior. So we're go ahead and see how this Sagittarius is coming out. The other person is coming out as a Four of Wands. So definitely somebody who is stable. So how is Sagittarius coming out? So we're doing Sagittarius and Pisces. So 45 minutes. Woo! Okay, so we have the Princess of Wands and the Fool card. So let's go ahead. I just want to put times. Yes. So 45 minutes. Okay, so this story, this love story with the Nine of Fire, we have here one person showing as a Princess of Wands and the Fool card. And the other person as the Four of Wands. The Eight of Wands came out too, but I'm not too sure where that goes. But let's go ahead and put it over. All right, so Sagittarius, if here we're talking about, so it looks like with the Princess of Wands and the Fool card, this is somebody who is young, youthful. Their fiery nature. I feel like it's somebody who's just in a very exciting time of their life. They could be starting a new business. They could be starting school. They're just like, maybe they're learning something new and they're excited about it. They're ready, but they're full of confidence. This person is somebody who is overly confident, but like in a very, well, look at her eyes. She's like, yeah. So I'm not overly confident in a bad way, but I wouldn't be that confident. Maybe when I was younger, I looked like that, probably. Now I wouldn't be that confident, but definitely youthful, maybe 20s, 30s, you know, 20s, 30s. This other person that was showing up as somebody, so we have the Four of Wands and the Eight of Wands, so possibly another fire sign. Now, for some of you, this might not be love, this might be a mother. I'm seeing with the Four of Wands. This is just for a few of you that might identify with this one. I feel like someone from your home is like, or your mom or someone like that is like texting you. It's just, there's a lot of quick communication. That was just like a, right? But anyway, so we have here the Four of Wands with the Eight of Wands. So the Four of Wands, Eight of Wands, definitely somebody who is very secure. It's not somebody who's beginning something like the person on the other side. This person's maybe not as established as they would like to be, but they're definitely more advanced. They have, like, if the other one's beginning a business, this one has already had their business for like a year or 3 years or whatever. If the other one just moved into their apartment on their own, this one's been living on their own for like a year or two. So one of the other is just a little bit more mature than the other. There's an age difference, a maturity difference, but not too much, right? I definitely feel like there is a lot of communication, a lot of pursuing innocence. I feel like there's a lot of passion between these two people here. Well, I don't feel it. The cards tell me. Like I said, I don't have like any Aries or anything like that in my chart, or Sagittarius, so sometimes I don't feel it like I do with the other one because I have Aquarius in my chart and God. So let's pull out some cards to see what's going on with these people. His story, your love story. Hi, Anahara. No, the readings that are on my, to answer your question, the readings that are on my YouTube and the channel are free, yes, but I do, if you want a private reading, that I do have some different options, and I do charge. Okay, so we have the Three of Spring. So what's going on with these people? Plan your next step with an eye to the long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. So I feel like these two people could possibly live together. If you're not a love relationship, you're roommates. You live in the same house. You help each other out. I feel like there's a lot of achievement and a lot of celebration. Yeah. So we have here the Three of Spring, we have the Prince of Spring, we have the Seven of Spring, and we have the Four of Autumn and the Seven of Summer. So let's see what's going on between these two people. I'm just going to read I'll read for you guys what it says. So, Three of Spring, plan your next steps with an eye to the long term. Have patience. There are more good things to come. Satisfaction from a job well done. The Prince of Spring, charming, self-confident, passionate, restless. Immediate action. A challenge, you can successfully manage a passionate relationship. Seven of Spring, be assertive. Don't back down from what you believe. Courageously stand up for yourself. Four of Autumn, manage your resources wisely. Achieve a balance in how you spend and save money. Help those who are less fortunate. And Seven of Summer, no more procrastinating. Your power comes from making a decision. Confusion that arises from overanalyzing the options. So let's go ahead and find out, before I get into this, what are these two people bringing to each other, to this relationship? What is it that this person, this Four of Wands person, who's possibly older and more mature, if not more mature in age, definitely older, what they're going to offer. So we have the Two of Wands. There's definitely a partnership. Like I said, I feel like these two of you live together, or you've just moved in together. It's a brand new relationship. One of you is definitely a little bit more established in your life, and the other one is just beginning to create your abundance, or maybe starting a business or going to school. So the Magician and the Ten of Wands. So I do feel like not the person who this reading is mainly for, so he's the Sagittarius, right? One from that point of view. I feel like the other person wants to bring like a mature relationship, wants to have a mature relationship, but they're with an immature person. So I feel like there might be a lot of conflict. A lot of the texts, I feel, might be someone nagging. One of these people might be nagging. Maybe it's an older woman with a younger man. Two women, one older than the other. Or I feel like whoever is the woman, maybe the one who's the male is not so much younger, but just more not so serious about a relationship, right? About what's supposed to happen. But I have, other than that though, this person is definitely a teacher to the other one. They are an example, a teacher. I feel like the younger one, or the Princess of Wands looks up to this person. So what is the Princess of Wands offering to this? What is this Princess of Wands offering to this Four Wands person. So the King of Pentacles, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Knight of Swords. So the younger one is definitely very enthusiastic. This Sagittarius is quite enthusiastic. We have the Six of Wands. Is very enthusiastic about what they want to offer. What they want to offer is they want to offer a stable relationship to this other person with the King of Pentacles and the Eight of Pentacles. It's like they want to rush in and let this other person know that, you know, they really want to have that stable relationship with them. Okay, so we have King of Pentacles and Eight of Pentacles and the Knight of Swords. And this other person here is, you know, this other person is just a little bit more jaded. You know, they've been through a lot. You have here with the Ten of Wands, they've been working really hard to manifest the things that they want in life. They've been working through heartache. They've had a lot of stuff to work through, you know. I feel like there's a lot going on where it comes to this relationship. So as I was like talking about this, I had a kind of feeling that this might be possibly a past relationship. Maybe this is somebody that you used to live with, somebody that you used to be in a long-term relationship with. Maybe you're wanting to return to this person. Maybe you're wanting to, you're waiting for the right time, because here I have the, to clarify the Three of Springs and the Prince of Springs, I have the King of Cups and the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups with the Three of Springs is waiting to go back, like contemplating waiting, because the Three of Springs is waiting for your ships to come in, but this person is waiting on how to return to the past. And with the Prince of, this person's going to come in like the Prince of Spring, which is the Knight of Wands, but because that they have so much deep feelings, you know, they have really deep feelings for the other person. Now, this might not be all of your story, but one of you is so immature in the way that you act and you talk, but your emotions are extremely deep for the other person. And since that there has never been the right kind of communication and letting that other person know how much you care about them, the other person is busy trying to manifest someone else. They are, you know, I feel like the conversations between you could be very, very short. You know, from this other person, this person who's the Four of Wands, they definitely feel like they've created some kind of stability for themselves. Let's go ahead and continue to clarify. So, Seven of Spring. Your story. Okay, so we have the Three of Cups and the Five of Wands. Oh, no. That's so funny. I love it when this happens. I love it. So we have clarifying the Seven of Wands, but also the Three of Cups. So the Seven of Wands is being defensive. The Three of Cups is reconciliation. I feel like somebody's going to be really defensive. If this is you trying to reach out to somebody that you are in love with because you want to take a leap of faith, this person is probably older than you are. If you're a man, older woman, it doesn't matter. If you're a man, I mean, if you're a woman, it's just an older man. Signs that I'm seeing are there's not a lot of major arcana, so we have here Pisces, Usually Cancer, a Cancer in the chart, or Scorpio, Pisces, Scorpio, and what's the other one? Pisces, Scorpio. Cancer. We have the Fool and the Magician. So those are sometimes Aquarius cards. We do have, of course, Sagittarius, the fire signs. Earth, there could be, I don't know, who knows, guys, right? Let's get some more clarification over here. So I feel like whoever's going to try and come back, if this is a reconciliation kind of like situation, someone who's resisting. Now, it could be for some of you, because not all of you are doing the same thing. So for some of you, it could be just that maybe this other person, they've been watching you and they see that, like, this person you want to approach somebody and you're watching them, and maybe you're seeing, it's like this, if you put it like this guy is turned towards these people. So this guy's like looking at his cups, like he's pouring his cup out, and he's like super disappointed because maybe he's looking at the person that he likes and he thinks that this person is like has a lot of suitors and they're partying all the time and they're having a great time and they don't need them and stuff like that, right? So they're feeling a little bit like disappointed, but they still want to rush in. They still want to rush in and with the spring, with a passion, you know, part of them really wants to rush in and just freaking sweep you off your feet. That's what they want to do. So let's go ahead and clarify the autumn. Oh, look at that. You guys, I swear to God, these cards fell out of the deck onto the ground and I picked them up and I put them back in. So the 4 of autumn with the 7 of summer. The 4 of autumn usually talks about managing your resources or holding on tight to something. The 4 of wands. With the 5 of wands, this 5 of wands after people are getting along, it's not so much of conflict, it's after the conflict. So with this is more like stabilizing yourself, becoming a little bit more stable. I feel like somebody's they're gonna hold back. They're gonna reduce. I'm getting 2 things. They're going to try and tame their ego. I think they're going to try and tame their ego and just hold back. We have the Tower, though. What's this Tower? So the Queen of Wands comes out. So I feel like unexpectedly for one of you, somebody's going to maybe, this is a story. God, we have the World card on the bottom. And let's read once again. So let me try and get the story for you guys. So with the four of Pentacles, the 4 of Autumn, and the 5 of Wands in the After Tarot, I have a feeling that things are just going to settle down. They're going to settle down. and like time's gonna go by. Damn. Ooh. Oh. Time, it's gonna settle down and time's gonna go by. As it settles down and time goes by, one of you is gonna retreat from all the options, all the different things that are distracting, like all the options that are, right, with this. With the Seven of Summer and the Strength card. And when this happens, because in this deck, all of this relationships just seems not very, it doesn't seem very solidified, and there's not very maturity. You know, the major arcana are coming down here, not up here. So here we have this King of Cups looking towards this Queen of Wands from the past. So here we have major, court cards. So we have a fire sign and a water sign. And they're king and queen. Now, I don't think that these two usually mix very well together. I think this man here is just still a little bit disappointed, or this water sign is not managing their emotions very well. That's what I feel. They're just not managing the emotions very well. But when this happens over here, you know, shenanigans, Tower is going to happen this time in the moment where you least expect it. The Tower is going to happen, and somebody's going to come back from the past. And here are the cards that we have that came out with the Oracle is soulmates, here and now, and come to the edge. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and ask, what is the most probable outcome with this? Because there's several scenarios here. We started off with a couple that just moved in together, a younger, you know, it's very exciting, and that's probably maybe a story. Maybe that was how it all started. Maybe that's how it began. And that could still be your story. Maybe it's going to develop into something, you know, one of them. Maybe another story is this other person that are in, these people who are in separation, and this younger person is or less mature or younger, you know, is wanting to reach out to the person that who's the more mature one, and they're just not. They don't seem very responsive, right, to you right now. They're not responsive. They're doing their own thing. I think you see them. I think you see them. You can see them somehow, some way, maybe through social media. You can see them, or you see them out, and you definitely. Let's see what's going to happen. What's going to happen with these two people? What's the most probable outcome for this story? And I'll read the oracle. So what's going to happen? What's going to happen with these two people? Oh my goodness, you guys. Oh my goodness. So, what came out? So we have the Three of Pentacles. We have the Divine Couple, the Emperor and the Empress. So I feel like this relationship, regardless if you're, at one point there was a message there for, could be somebody's parents, but definitely a soulmate. And with what's going to happen with the Empress and the Emperor and the Three of Pentacles is that you guys are going to work it out, whatever it is. If this is a relationship that's going to have some kind of reconciliation, because I don't have any judgment or anything like that, but with this Tower card and the Six of Cups, this Queen of Cups, and they're facing each other. So I do have a feeling that some kind of happy resolution is going to occur. So let's go ahead and read the 41 soulmate card. What time is it? 2:13. Okay, so it says, consider love in the deepest sense. Love so powerful that you will never be the same, regardless of how long your relationship lasts. Consider friendships and romantic bonds so compelling that they overwhelm you with gratitude, or break you open so you will finally claim who you are meant to be. Even a companion animal reminds you that it is you who is being rescued and healed. Pay attention, for you are in the presence of a soulmate, come to guide you home to the real you. So a lot of times soulmates relationships are not always relationships where you end up staying with this person. I do feel like in this particular case with these two people, all of this is the story of what is being created between them. All of the different things that could happen between you, I have not divulged or looked at. It could take hours to find out. But I do feel that there is a lot of mutual appreciation between the two of you. I do feel that one of you needs more growth. It doesn't matter how old you are. Mainly for this person that I'm speaking to on the left side, the person that the card gets Sagittarius or Aries, or what we have says Sagittarius, but there's water in the chart also. Let's go ahead and do the here and now. So this is a soul card. And then we're going to do the here and now. This is number 32. Okay. Oh, just I know. Hold on. Okay. I'm going to finish with this one, and I'll have to do the 8 of Water one later because I need to take my son to do homework. Anyway, so it's easy to yearn for a love affair or relationship you may not have right now. One that is more romantic, more fun, more reliable, more passionate. The good old days are gone, and a new day has dawned. Let your heart trust that you have everything you need right now, whether you have the relationship you deserve or not. Tomorrow is beyond your reach. Yesterday cannot return. The now is all that is available to you. Stay present and aware that in this moment, as you cherish and approve of your beautiful self, you are a magnet for love. Spirit is madly in love with you right now. Did you know that? Turn to Spirit to feel the joy of love in the here and the now, right? So a lot of times when we have somebody that we're longing for, that maybe we want, to look at us, maybe you're looking at this person and you're realizing that they're, maybe instead of spending time with you, they're spending time with other people, and they're doing other stuff, and you feel left out, and you want their attention again. You really do. Whatever we're feeling, it's going to affect how we act, and how we act is going to have some kind of repercussion or consequence, and that's going to affect how we feel. So it's a vicious cycle that is really hard sometimes to get out of. But if you're a believer, I'm a believer. I believe because I would rather not believe. I would rather believe than not believe, other than all the other signs, right, of why you should believe. But if in the end we don't know what's real, at least we should believe in what makes us happy. So come to the edge, number 36. So it's scary to be truly intimate with someone, to allow him or her to see all of you, especially the parts that you've kept hidden and protected. Now is the time to take the risk and let yourself be seen, truly seen. It's important that you speak up, voice what you need, state who you are, say what you hope for. This is not the time to play it safe, but to take a leap of faith. You will be glad you did. If you're seeking a relationship, the same applies. Take one step towards the gods, and they will deliver what you truly desire. I think this is mainly for the other person over here, because they had the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and the Three of Swords. So the other person, the person that you're dealing with, or cross-watcher, whatever, whichever side you feel, this person, the Four of Wands, who has finally found a place where they feel like they have a little bit of stability, where they've been really trying to grow. They're manifesting their soulmate. They are. They don't think you're their soulmate. They're manifesting their soulmate on their own, or they're working on healing their heart and all that kind of stuff. But I do feel like this is a divine couple, and the story is yet to be unfolded. The story is unfolding right now. You're going through this, but the story is unfolding. So here and now, come to the edge. Call in your soulmate. Don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask the universe what you really want. If this is a person you really want, ask for it. But don't think it's going to arrive tomorrow. There's timing. And while you're waiting, you need to cultivate what love means, like that feeling of love, right? How does that feel? I say to myself sometimes that even though I'm not with anybody, I'm a person who just want to be with people, to just be with them. I really, really have no desire to expend my energy on anybody who's not going to be it. I just don't want to waste my time. And a lot of times I just tell God to hug me and to love me, and I pretend like his face is touching my face, and it's like, I miss having like sex and all that kinds of stuff, but it's so not worth connecting with somebody who's the wrong person just because to have some kind of sexual release, or just to have somebody with you. And when you get into those relationships where it starts to like build these relationships that are going to last 30, 40, 50 years, you have to expect a little bit of, there's going to be storylines. There's going to be things that happen. We're no longer in our 20s, where we're dating, people are living and dating. No, we're older now, Anyway, I'm rambling, you guys. I'm rambling. So I'm going to hold the other one. This is long enough, so I'm going to hold the other one. So this is just going to be for, I guess the first one was Aries and Sagittarius. So just your story. It's not everybody's story. It's not going to resonate with everyone, but it might resonate with some of you. And if it does, let me know if you're the ones. Let's see how many people it will resonate with. You just put a like. And I definitely am very appreciative. Love you guys, and I will see you soon. Thank you.